English talking practice. Mia harbored a secret ambition, dreaming of fluent conversations in English, yet a formidable barrier always stood in her path. She understood grammar rules and possessed a vast vocabulary, but when it came to speaking, her tongue tied itself into knots. This common predicament highlighted why you should practice speaking actively, rather than passively accumulating knowledge. Her journey was about to begin, transforming her life. The thought of uttering a single sentence in front of others filled her with dread. This initial paralysis is often the biggest hurdle for anyone aiming to converse fluently. It's crucial to understand how to take first step for talking, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. Mia felt trapped, her potential locked away within. Her internal monologue constantly questioned her abilities, amplifying her self-doubt. What if I make a mistake? They'll judge me, echoed in her mind. This pervasive fear prevented her from truly engaging, illustrating the profound psychological barriers many learners face. Overcoming this mental block was the true starting point for Mia's transformation. Yet, the undeniable truth remained: passive learning was insufficient for real-world communication. She realized why you should practice speaking aloud, consistently, daily. It wasn't just about knowing words, it was about training her mouth, her ears, and her mind to connect seamlessly. This epiphany marked a critical turning point in her linguistic journey. Mia understood that English talking practice was not merely an option but an absolute necessity for achieving her goals. She envisioned herself confidently discussing complex topics, networking globally, and understanding foreign films without subtitles. These vivid aspirations fueled her determination to finally confront her apprehension and embark on the challenging path. Taking the first step for talking seemed monumental, akin to climbing an insurmountable peak. Where does one even begin when the very act of speaking feels terrifying? She decided to start small, whispering phrases to herself, gradually building courage. This gentle initiation method is vital for building initial momentum and self-belief. Her initial attempts were awkward, filled with stutters and pauses, but she persisted. She reminded herself that fluency was a marathon, not a sprint. This step-by-step talking approach allowed her to accustom herself to the sound of her own voice speaking English, a strangely unfamiliar sensation initially. She found comfort in simple affirmations, repeating basic sentences until they flowed somewhat naturally. This constant repetition, though seemingly mundane, played a critical role in developing muscle memory for her mouth and tongue. It was her private rehearsal space, free from external judgment, where she could experiment freely. The key was consistency, a little bit every single day, building upon the previous day's small victory. This methodical accumulation of practice minutes eventually added up to significant progress. Mia learned the immense power of incremental improvement, demonstrating that persistent effort truly yields remarkable results over time. Her next breakthrough came with understanding how to talk to people in pairs. This concept introduced a crucial interactive element, shifting from solo practice to communicative exchange. Mia realized the importance of having a partner who was patient and supportive, someone who could offer constructive feedback without judgment. She sought out a language exchange partner online, initially feeling apprehensive about this new venture. Her first few sessions were nerve-wracking, but the low-pressure environment of one-on-one conversation proved incredibly beneficial. This setup allowed her to experiment with new vocabulary and sentence structures in real time. Her partner, a native English speaker named Liam, encouraged her to speak freely, correcting her gently when necessary. This supportive dynamic was essential for Mia, fostering a safe space for her to make mistakes and learn from them. The pair dynamic made practicing speaking feel less like a test and more like a collaboration. They would discuss simple topics like daily routines, hobbies, and aspirations. These straightforward conversations helped Mia build confidence in using everyday English. She discovered that continuous exposure to natural speech patterns was accelerating her comprehension significantly. Every interaction brought a small, yet meaningful, victory. Learning how to talk in English became less about perfect grammar and more about effective communication. Liam taught her the nuances of natural conversation, the flow of informal speech, and common idioms. This practical application of language truly brought her textbook knowledge to life, making it feel organic. Moreover, Mia understood that improving her listening skills was inextricably linked to her speaking progress. She couldn't effectively respond if she couldn't fully comprehend what was being said. Active listening became her new focus, realizing it was half the battle in any productive conversation. She started incorporating various listening materials into her daily routine. Podcasts on topics she enjoyed, English news channels, and even children's audiobooks became her constant companions. This immersion strategy significantly sharpened her ability to discern different accents and speeds of speech quickly. To truly improve your listening skills, Mia learned to listen for gist first, then for specific details. She would replay challenging sections, trying to pick out unfamiliar words and phrases. This deliberate and focused listening practice was invaluable for her overall linguistic development and understanding. She also began shadow speaking, repeating phrases immediately after hearing them, mimicking pronunciation and intonation. This technique not only improved her listening comprehension but also helped her articulation and rhythm. It was a powerful tool for bridging the gap between passive understanding and active production. The synergy between her listening and speaking practice was undeniable. The more she listened, the better she spoke; the more she spoke, the better she understood. This cyclical improvement reinforced the interconnectedness of language skills, demonstrating how they mutually support each other's growth. Mia expanded her learning methods beyond just pair practice. She realized that how to learn English effectively involved a multifaceted approach, not just isolated exercises. She started journaling in English, watching movies without subtitles, and even thinking in English whenever possible. She joined online English-speaking communities, participating in structured discussions and impromptu chats. This diversified exposure allowed her to encounter a wider range of accents and conversational styles, significantly broadening her comfort zone. It was a step up from pair practice, pushing her boundaries. For her, how to talk in English wasn't about memorizing scripts, but about spontaneous expression. She learned to embrace improvisation, even if it meant making a few mistakes along the way. The goal shifted from perfection to effective and natural communication, which felt incredibly liberating. Mia adopted the mindset that mistakes were not failures but opportunities for growth. Every mispronounced word or incorrect grammar choice offered a chance to learn and refine her speech. This positive outlook transformed her apprehension into a proactive approach to improvement. She focused on expressing her thoughts clearly, even if the vocabulary wasn't perfectly advanced. Simple, direct communication was preferable to complex, halting sentences. This pragmatic approach allowed her to maintain conversation flow, crucial for building confidence and reducing self-consciousness during interactions. The advice, "Start step-by-step talking," resonated deeply with her continued progress. She never tried to rush the process, instead savoring each small victory and building upon her foundational skills methodically. This patient dedication ensured sustainable growth, avoiding burnout from overwhelming expectations. She found that breaking down complex topics into simpler parts made them more approachable for discussion. This strategy helped her articulate ideas coherently, even when her vocabulary was limited. It was about making the most of what she knew, rather than getting stuck on what she didn't know. Her confidence blossomed as she engaged in more conversations. The initial fear of judgment gradually receded, replaced by a genuine enjoyment of interaction. This transformation wasn't sudden but a gradual accumulation of positive experiences and successful communication attempts over many weeks. Mia actively sought opportunities to practice, whether ordering coffee in English or asking for directions from tourists. These real-life interactions, though brief, provided invaluable practical experience and reinforced her progress. Each successful mini-conversation boosted her morale immensely. She learned that how to talk with anyone involved not just speaking, but also active listening and showing genuine interest. Engaging with people meant asking questions, offering thoughtful responses, and maintaining eye contact. These elements transcended language barriers, fostering genuine connection. Her fluency continued to improve, not just in speed but also in naturalness and ease. How to improve your fluency became a focus on rhythm, intonation, and connected speech. She practiced linking words together seamlessly, making her speech sound less robotic and more fluid. She recorded herself speaking, then listened back critically, identifying areas for improvement. This self-assessment was a powerful tool for pinpointing specific pronunciation issues or recurring grammatical errors. It offered an subjective perspective on her progress, guiding her further practice. Mimicking native speakers, not just in words but in their natural cadences, became a fun exercise. She paid attention to how they used filler words naturally and how they emphasized certain parts of sentences. This observational learning proved incredibly effective for enhancing her fluency. Mia understood that fluency wasn't about speaking without a single mistake, but about speaking smoothly and comprehensibly. Hesitation decreased significantly as her brain became more accustomed to forming English sentences on the fly. This automaticity was a clear indicator of her growing mastery. The goal of "How to Talk with Anyone" transformed from a daunting challenge into an achievable reality. She no longer shied away from conversations with strangers or native speakers. Her newfound confidence propelled her into diverse social and professional settings with enthusiasm. She found herself comfortably navigating conversations in various contexts, from casual chats with friends to more formal discussions at work. This versatility was a testament to her consistent practice across different topics and communication scenarios. The world of English truly opened up. Mia embraced the idea that learning English was an ongoing journey, not a destination. There was always more to learn, new nuances to discover, and fresh vocabulary to acquire. This mindset prevented stagnation and kept her motivated for continuous improvement. Her improved listening skills allowed her to pick up on subtle cues and implications in conversations, deepening her understanding. This heightened awareness made her a more engaged and responsive communicator, capable of holding complex and nuanced discussions with ease. She even started thinking in English more often, finding that it streamlined her thought process when preparing to speak. This internal monologue in the target language significantly reduced the translation time, making her responses quicker and more spontaneous. The advice, "Start step by step talking," remained her guiding principle. She never pushed herself too hard or felt discouraged by minor setbacks. Instead, she celebrated every small win, reinforcing the positive feedback loop of consistent effort and gradual progress. She actively sought feedback from her conversation partners and teachers, always open to constructive criticism. This willingness to learn from others' perspectives accelerated her growth significantly. It showed her commitment to excellence and truly mastering the language. Mia realized that how to talk in English also involved understanding cultural contexts and nonverbal cues. She observed how native speakers use gestures, facial expressions, and body language to convey meaning. This holistic approach enriched her communication style. Her journey emphasized that dedication trumps natural talent when it comes to language acquisition. Anyone can achieve fluency with enough perseverance and the right strategies. Her transformation served as a powerful testament to this universal truth about learning. She often advised newcomers to just take first step for talking, no matter how small or intimidating it felt. The inertia of silence was the true enemy, not imperfect speech. Action, even flawed action, always trumped inaction in the pursuit of fluency. The joy she experienced from truly connecting with people through English far outweighed any initial discomfort. These authentic interactions fueled her passion and reinforced her commitment to continuous improvement. It was a deeply rewarding journey. Her story became an inspiration to others struggling with speaking. She showed them that fluency wasn't a mysterious gift but a cultivated skill, accessible to anyone willing to put in the consistent effort and adopt effective learning strategies. Mia continued to explore new methods for how to learn English, always seeking ways to make her practice more engaging and effective. She tried language learning apps, joined online debates, and even started writing short stories in English. The ripple effect of her improved English was profound, opening doors to new professional opportunities and travel experiences. She could now confidently interact with people from all over the world, enriching her life in countless unforeseen ways. Her ability to talk with anyone in English transformed her social life, allowing her to forge deeper connections and participate fully in diverse communities. No longer confined by language barriers, she embraced new friendships with an open heart. She discovered that learning a language was also a journey of self-discovery, revealing her own resilience and adaptability. Overcoming the speaking barrier unlocked a newfound confidence that permeated other areas of her life beyond just communication. The importance of English talking practice became undeniably clear through Mia's personal transformation. It wasn't just about uttering words, it was about empowering herself to express her unique voice and engage meaningfully with the global community. Her initial fear of how to talk in English had dissolved into genuine enjoyment and ease. She could now confidently articulate her thoughts, feelings, and ideas without hesitation, a testament to her unwavering dedication and consistent effort. She emphasized that consistent effort in how to improve your listening skills was equally crucial. Understanding nuances and context made her responses more thoughtful and accurate, proving listening was truly half of effective communication. Mia's journey perfectly illustrated that how to improve your fluency is a gradual process of persistent practice, error correction, and embracing the flow of natural speech. It's about letting go of perfectionism and embracing authentic expression. For anyone asking how to take first step for talking, Mia's advice was simple: start small, find a supportive partner, and immerse yourself. The beginning is always the hardest, but every small step builds incredible momentum towards fluency. Her story is a powerful reminder that English talking practice is not just about language acquisition but about personal growth, breaking down barriers, and connecting with the world. Mia became a beacon of inspiration for aspiring English speakers everywhere.